Hi, my name is Ellie Luzier, and this is my video presentation final for English 1355. So the movie we had to watch for this was Tokyo Godfathers, which was directed by Satoshi Kon. So for question one, how does the film redefine and reaffirm our notions of what a family is? So Satoshi Kon is really good at showcasing what an unconventional family is and how it's formed by the three homeless individuals, Gin, Hana, and Miyuki, and how they come together to care for an abandoned baby, Kyoko. And despite their differences, they share the responsibilities of what a traditional family would hold. For instance, Hana becomes the nurturing mother figure even though she is a crossdresser, showing Kyoko the unconditional love that she needs. Gin reluctantly steps into the father role, offering protection to the baby, even though he is an alcoholic and a gambler. And while Miyuki, a runaway teenager, takes on the role of the rebellious yet very caring sibling. And together they embody that the idea of a family isn't just about blood, but more about shared care and commitment to a person, or a being. But at the same time, the film doesn't really dismiss the importance of biological family. Towards the end of the film, Miyuki reunites with her father, and this really does reaffirm the value of mending broken familial bonds. So for the second one, the Christian influences in the movie. The first would be the discovery of Kyoko on Christmas Eve, which is very similar to the nativity story of the three wise men going to find Jesus in the cradle on Christmas Eve. The second would be the compassion and charity of the movie. The protagonist, all three of them, despite their struggles, decide to take in a homeless infant that they found in the garbage and selflessly care for her and try to reunite her with her family. And the last one would be Hana when she refers to Kyoko, as an angel multiple times throughout the film, which is emphasizing the purity and divine intervention, along with the angelic imagery aligns with the Christian themes of miracles and salvation. So for the third, the film's very poetic features of haiku, which offer sufficient commentary on the story. So after the three find Kyoko, we hear the haiku, "A pure white snow falls, covering the city's scars, a new life begins." This haiku signifies hope and renewal. And when Gin confronts his past, we hear the haiku, "A fleeting shadow wandering in the neon, the lost seek their home." This reflects Gin's struggle for redemption, mirroring the overarching theme of finding one's place in the world. And the final one, during the climactic rescue, we hear, "A baby's cry cuts through the chaos of the world, hope in the darkness." This haiku kind of captures the transformative power of Kyoko, and whose presence brings light to the trio's otherwise very dark lives. So for question four, debts and redemptions, they're very central themes to this film. And we're going to mostly look at Gin and Miyuki for these two, since Gin is weighed down by the guilt of abandoning his family for his gambling debts and turning to alcohol. And his journey with Kyoko gives him a chance to redeem himself almost. And since he ends up risking his life to save Kyoko, he symbolically repays all of the debts and of his failures and reclaims his dignity. While Miyuki, on the other hand, carries the shame of stabbing her father during a very heated argument. And through her experiences with the trio, she learns that the importance of reconciliation and fixing broken familial bonds. And by the end of the movie, her reunion with her father marks a step toward emotional healing, signifying her rebirth almost. So for question number five, the film uses a lot of humor to prevent it from becoming super sentimental or overly sentimental even. And the first scene that I thought was really funny was a chaotic taxi chase, and the trio are desperately trying to retrieve Kyoko from a speeding away taxi, which combined with Hana's theatrical reactions make it very funny to watch. It really lightened the film up. Second would be Gin's repeated attempts at trying to act heroically and protect Kyoko from the attackers, even though he ends up needing help himself. This really just shows that he is doing his best, but it's still very funny that he ends up needing help himself. And thirdly, Hana's very flamboyant personality steals the show for sure, in my opinion. She's super melodramatic, and she has a ton of monologues that are super, super dramatic and super exaggerated gestures, which inject lightness into the movie. And even if it's serious, like a very serious situation, it brings humor to it, which makes the film a lot more engaging and makes me want to watch it a lot more. And it keeps the emotional weight intact of the whole film, though.